It all started 3 weeks ago, just a normal Tuesday, or so I thought. Primera wa. SAUP latte, working on a deadline. When the clock on my computer ticked over to midnight, that's when I saw it. Out my window across the street, in the house that's been empty for as long as I believed ever, a light flickered on in the upstairs window. Just for a second, I blinked, thinking my tired eyes were playing tricks on me. I stared at the dark, silent house for a few more minutes, but nothing. I shrugged it off and went to bed. The next night, I wasn't working late, but something made me look at the clock just before midnight. Call it a weird premonition. I walked over to my window, pulled back the curtain, and waited. As my phone screen lit up with 12 a.m., it happened again. The same upstairs window, a brief flash of light, and then darkness. My heart started to pound. This wasn't a trick of the light. Someone or something was in that house. I tried to rationalize it. Maybe it was a reflection from a passing car, but the street was deserted. Maybe squatters. I considered calling the police, but what would I say? I think I saw a light flicker in the abandoned house. They'd think I was crazy, so I decided to watch, to gather proof. Every night since, it's been the same ritual. Just before midnight, I go to my window, and every single night, at the stroke of 12, the light appears for a fleeting moment. The house itself is creepy enough. It's an old Victorian, paint, peeling, garden, overgrown with weeds that look like grasping fingers. The windows are like vacant eyes staring out onto the street. Local legend says the family who lived there just vanished one day, decades ago, left everything behind. Dinner was still on the table, apparently. Of course, those are just stories people tell to scare kids, aren't they? After a week of this, my curiosity was eating me alive. I had to know more. During the day, I started doing some digging online. I searched the property records, old news archives, anything I could find about that address. It took some time, but I found an article from a local paper dated almost 50 years ago. Family of 4 disappears without a trace. The Hendersons, a mother, a father, and 2 young children. The article mentioned that neighbors reported strange occurrences before they vanished. Flickering lights, sounds of crying when no one was home. My blood ran cold. The article included a blurry black and white photo of the family standing in front of the house. They were smiling, but there was something off about the father's eyes. They looked hollow. That night, my vigil at the window felt different. It wasn't just curiosity anymore. It was dread. I set up my phone to record, determined to capture it. As midnight approached, my hands were shaking. The familiar flicker came, bright and sudden. I checked the recording. There it was. A tiny, pixelated flash. It wasn't much, but it was proof. I wasn't imagining it, but the recording showed something else, something I hadn't seen with my own eyes. When I zoomed in and slowed it down, frame by frame, I could see a shape in the window. A silhouette for just a fraction of a second. A face was visible, pressed against the glass. It was pale, with dark, empty sockets where eyes should have been. It looked just like the father from that old newspaper photo. I didn't sleep at all that night. The next day, I felt like I was losing my mind. Was I just seeing things because I'd read that old story? I had to get a closer look. I knew it was a stupid idea, but I couldn't stop myself. That afternoon, under the guise of taking out the trash, I walked across the street. My heart was hammering against my ribs. The air around the house felt cold, heavy. I crept up the crumbling front path, stepping over cracked tiles and dead leaves. The front door was boarded up, but a window on the side was broken, a jagged hole gaping in the glass. I peered inside. The interior was thick with dust and draped in cobwebs. Rotting furniture stood like ghosts in the gloom. It looked exactly as the legends described, a place frozen in time. I could see a dining table set for a meal that was never eaten. It was terrifying, but I still couldn't see the upstairs room from this angle. Primera va, scared to Hawaii, a feeling of being watched prickling the back of my neck. I scurried back across the street, locking my door behind me, feeling like I had trespassed on something sacred and terrible. That night's vigil was the worst yet. I felt exposed, like whatever was in that house now knew I was watching. As midnight drew near, I almost didn't go to the window, but I had to. Primera de turno. I pulled back the curtain. My breath held tight in my chest. Las 11:59 the street was utterly silent. And then, 12 o'clock. The light flickered. But this time was different. It didn't go out. It stayed on, a dim, yellow, sickly light, illuminating the room within. And in the center of the window, a figure stood, perfectly still. It was the man, the father. He wasn't a silhouette anymore. I could see him clearly. His features pale and gaunt, his clothes dated. He was staring directly at me, directly into my window. He didn't move. He just stood there, his empty eyes locked on mine. And then, slowly, horribly, a smile stretched across his face. It was not a friendly smile. It was a predator smile. I screamed and fell back from the window, scrambling away, my heart trying to beat its way out of my chest. I huddled in the corner of my room, shaking, too scared to even look back, toward the window. I don't know how long I stayed there, but when I finally dared to peek, the light was gone. The window was dark again. The street was empty. But I knew he had been there, Ayach and me. I haven't been to the window at midnight since. I've taped blankets over it. I sleep with all the lights on, but I know it's not over. Because sometimes, late at night, I hear a tapping. A faint, rhythmic tap. Tapping. It's not coming from my door or any of my other windows. It's coming from the window that faces the house. And I think he's no longer content to just watch from across the street. I think he's coming over. I don't know what to do. The police still won't believe me. Who would? But I know what I saw. I'm recording this because I need someone to know what's happening. If you're watching this, maybe you have some advice. What would you do? I'm living in a nightmare, and I'm terrified that one of these nights, the tapping won't be on the glass anymore. It'll be on my door. Thanks for listening. Please, drop a comment below. I need to know I'm not alone in this. Stay safe. And maybe don't look out your window at midnight. Don't forget to subscribe, because I'll be updating you on what happens next. If Primera K N